no matter what. I am feeling great.
Hello, and a very warm welcome to all our viewers today. I'm especially excited to bring to you today the first episode of an all-new series. It's a special series on Light of Knowledge. This series is all about meditation and how it affects the society at large. Who should meditate? Why meditate? What is the benefit of meditation? Is meditation going to make my life any easy? These are the kind of questions that are going to be answered in this series. So this is going to be a journey together. And to guide us on this journey, we have with us in our studio today a very dynamic personality, Dr. Donika. Dr. Donika has been meditating since her childhood, and she has been associated with Brahma Kumaris since her childhood. She has a doctorate in homeopathy, and not only that, she has a black belt in Taekwondo. Talk about women empowerment, something very close to my heart. She has a whole long list of accolades which can be credited to her name. If we could do half the work she has done, I would be very excited. Dr. Donika is a corporate trainer, and she has trained in 40 different topics through her workshops and seminars. And not only that, she is a professor in a government college of pharmacy. In addition, Dr. Donika is also an executive member of RERF. RERF is a sister concern of Brahma Kumaris, and she is an executive member in their medical wing and their jury wing. And last but not least, she is an associate professor in a medical college of pharmacy. So let us all welcome Dr. Donika. Dr. Donika, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Since this is a meditation series, I'm going to start with a meditation question. But before I do that, I just wanted to give you my input on meditation, my take on meditation.
Yeah, sure.
Meditation is a buzzword these days, and in every household, it's a very common name. People know about meditation either through TV or reading in newspapers or talking to friends and peers. In spite of that, there's a lot of confusion because there are so many different types of meditation practices which are out there today. And the confusion comes partly because we don't know what to follow. And if we do follow a certain practice, it does happen that maybe we don't get the results that we are looking for. So as a result, I have seen people, have friends who have started with some practice, but they give up because it's either too boring or, like I said, they don't see the results. So my question to you would be a very basic question, nevertheless important. What is meditation?
That's really good one. Meditation actually has the word medere in its origin from a Latin word, which means to heal. So truly speaking, what we see that somewhere or the other, it's only not about the healing aspect, but as we say that we eat food so that we get nutrition, right?
Correct.
And we also have the immunity power or resistance power through it. So meditation not only heals ourselves, it heals thyself. Along with it, it also gives us nutrition. That is, words when stretched becomes a song.
Okay, that's very good.
Movements of the body when stretched becomes dance.
Very good, very nice.
Mind when stretched becomes meditation.
Okay.
And the journey of life, when we stretch like this, it becomes a celebration.
Okay, that's very nice.
So sister, today we have the celebrations, but really asking ourselves, for how much time do we celebrate?
Can I just ask you something before we go into the celebration aspect of that? When you say healing, are we looking at healing our physical, our body, or what is it that we are healing?
Today we see many of the diseases are there which are psychosomatic. So here we actually heal thyself or heal ourselves firstly on the psychological aspect.
Okay.
Going to the metaphysical aspect, the spiritual aspect teaches us that how we can heal ourselves mentally or psychologically. And once we are psychologically fit, we feel ourselves that our physical aspects also gets on generated. Or you can say the health or the healthy aspect of the physical aspect also we can regain.
That's very good to know because, as you said, it's metaphysical.
Yeah.
So, there are times when we talk about disorders, which we say are connected to our mind. They're not necessarily maybe the disorders of the body, but they're connected to the mind. So that is very good to know that the healing happens on the body level first.
Yeah. Actually, life, when we say first thing which comes, that we must have a good health.
Absolutely.
Right? When we saw the definition of health by WHO, we are saying that physical, mental, social and spiritual, when all the four are there, then we can say we are healthy.
Right.
But today we are seeing that what the health aspect is there. Today we say the number of hospitals, multi-speciality hospitals, they are increasing. We have multi-specialist doctors also. We have super specialist doctors also. We have special doctors for our ENT,
right,
for heart, that is cardiology, for ortho. Each and every aspect we have super specialist doctors.
Right.
And considered to the ratio 50 years back, they were not that many. Also we see that the number of medicines, the research aspect, this is increasing day by day. And we are getting number of medicines. Along with it, we also have that the diagnostic tests, they are also increasing. So with this increasing scenario, it should have been that the number of patients should have been reduced.
Right.
The ratio should have been reduced.
Right.
But today we are saying that it's not so.
So are we trying to say then that science is not able to help us, but this is where the meditation power comes in?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. Science is helping us, it's not that it's not helping us at all, but with it, if we have this spiritual aspect, what WHO also has mentioned, so with it, if we have this spiritual aspect, it will definitely help us to heal.
That is very interesting to know. The healing aspect of meditation is something which you have made very clear. I would like to go into more basics of meditation today. When you say I have to meditate, is there any specific time to meditate, or is there any specific place that I have to sit and meditate, or is there any other requirement or any kind of readiness that I have to have in order to be able to meditate?
Actually, what we are seeing today, that there are a number of misconceptions or different conceptions in person's mind when we say about meditation. Somewhere or the other we have at the back of our mind that when we have to meditate, we will have to close our eyes, yes, or we have to sit in a erect posture, we have to sit in some asana, and then we have to do particular breathing pattern,
right.
Then that's meditation. And that we feel that it's not very easy for us because we are having so busy life that somewhere or the other we find it boring or we find it time consuming, and sometimes we are not even able to get through it.
Okay.
But here, what the meditation we are speaking about at Brahma Kumaris, I would like to share, sister, that this is easy meditation.
So what does make it easy compared to the other meditations that we talk about or listen about?
The aspect of easiness itself says that it's very easy in all the aspects, means it's flexible. As your question was before it, that is there any time or anything like that. So here easiness means that we can do it any time, we can do it any place, we can do it at any posture.
Okay.
For example, we were thinking that if I have to meditate, I have to take special time. I have to find out a special time in my schedule, and then I have to close my eyes and all the things that were our conceptions.
Right.
But here, today we will have a different concept.
Okay.
You can drive your car, you can meditate. You can cook your food, you can meditate along with it. Even you can do all your works of your household, your professional work. Along with that, you can keep your mind easy and you can have that easy meditation.
Could you please describe a little bit more? Because to me, it sounds a little difficult. Like when I'm driving a car or I'm cooking at home, I'm more focused on the activity that I'm performing. But to say that I can be in meditation, because this is a completely new concept.
Yeah.
Normally, like you mentioned, my understanding of meditation is, you sit in a place, you meditate for 15 minutes in the morning, and then the rest of the day you do your own chores. I mean, the meditation concept as a person normally understands is a 15-minute to half-hour, max 1 hour meditation in the morning.
Yeah.
But what you're bringing out is completely new.
Okay. Let us move few years back. Come back to the situation, or you recall those memories when you were just learning to drive, when you were just a new person or you were a learner and you started driving your car. Go back to that aspect and now remember when you were learning for the first time to drive the car, and what was your thought process at that time?
I was definitely afraid. I didn't want to hit my car anywhere.
Your consciousness was totally in driving.
Yes.
If even somebody talked to you, what would you say?
I would say, please don't talk to me, I'm driving.
Yeah, exactly. Means you were completely concentrated with that aspect, and you were so much focused on it that if you thought that somebody will talk to me, I will lose my focus, and along with that it may hit, my car may got hit. But now, what's the scenario?
Now I just cruise along the expressway and I'm not even aware when I got into my car and when I reached the destination.
And when you are driving, if somebody is talking to you at that time, how are you?
No problem.
You talk
I can
very
do both. I
casually.
can drive.
Means, first you were at the situation that when you drive, only you were looking on that way because you were so very conscious that the reason was you are not practicing it regularly. But now if you are set to drive the car, and along with it, if somebody talks with you, you are very much comfortable with it.
Sure.
So this means that we were in that perspective that meditation should be done only when we are totally focused on it. But this is a very new concept. Here we practice, and the regular practice makes us so much flexible that we can do meditation with all our work.
So when you say practice, that's a cliche. Practice makes a person perfect.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I would ask you how much of practice has to go into meditation before we feel comfortable, before we feel, okay, I am a meditator. I have also read that you don't meditate to be a meditator. You just meditate to feel the inner peace.
Very true.
So how long do you have to practice in order to be able to touch that peace within you?
The answer for this question is variable. From subject to subject it may vary. Just for an example, if we are to learn typing and there are 10 people who have to learn typing. So each and every person's speed may vary for the duration. Like if there are 10 people, they are asked, if they ask the typewriter coach that in how much time I will learn to type.
That's right.
Right? So firstly, they will be very conscious that A, S, D, F, right?
Sure.
Semicolon, E, F, G. Means they have to be very conscious firstly, but later they type and they become so very flexible. But at the same time, each and every person will take different time to get through that speed.
Right. Yeah, because I remember learning typing myself. I taught myself to type.
Yeah.
And now I can practically close my eyes and type.
Yeah, that's it.
So I don't even have to, obviously you don't need to look at the keyboard, but you get a certain amount of speed after a while.
Very
you
true.
just type so comfortably.
And rather, we can also see that this typewriting is becoming easy with our practice. But we don't know, we even don't recollect that this was a process, this was a process of few days, few months which took. But if you don't practice it for years, then what would be the scenario?
Then you would forget it. But one thing, what I get from your conversation, your explanation is, do not look at the time factor.
Very true.
I mean, there is no such thing as a certain amount of time. It's like a continuous process. That's what it sounds like. You want
and
to get the message out.
And this continuous process is variable from person to person. So we shouldn't be focused that, oh, I'm not able to meditate. I'm doing it for few days, but still I'm not able to meditate. Because it's a process, na? It will take time. So we should not get nervous, or we should not have that feeling that I'm not able to. But if we keep on practicing, just like you said that you were learning typewriting, but now you are doing it very well.
Yes.
In the same way, this process, we can gain perfection through regular practice, but we should not be dependent on the time factor.
Okay, so just keep practicing meditation. Don't set a goal in terms of time.
Yeah.
You leave the time factor alone. But my question is, like we talked about earlier, when you meditate, there are a lot of benefits to meditation, as I have read. One of them we talked about was peace.
Yeah.
But at what point should I be satisfied with myself? At what point should I say that, okay, you know, I'm meditating to see some change in myself? And, or sometimes it is your friends who tell you, you know, hey, you used to get so angry before, but now what's happened to you? You know, you're so calm all of a sudden, or something similar. If you get this feedback from your friends or family or peers, it's okay. But to be my own judge, if I have to judge myself in terms of how am I doing, what would be the criteria in that case?
One criteria you yourself have mentioned, that firstly a person used to get angry, but later with the practice of meditation, he even doesn't know, but others remark it, that now the person is become more peaceful. The second criteria is you yourself should feel at calm. The number of thoughts which were surrounding you initially, they are now gradually making us calm. Means the process of thinking was too fast, or the number of thoughts used to be hitting me like anything.
True.
When I am sitting alone, I am getting number of thoughts of my family, of my work, of my friend, or anything like that. But with the practice of meditation, now you become calm. Just like if a glass is there, and if that lens is focused, the sun rays of the sun rays are focused on that lens, and a paper is put beneath it, what will happen? If it's not moved, if it's kept constant, then
it burns.
It burns. In the same way, the meditation process, it burns our negative and waste thoughts.
Wow, that's a very good thing to know. Because talk about waste thoughts and talk about negative thoughts. I mean, I'm sure, of course, I can speak only for myself, but I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who are probably thinking, oh my God, I mean, is that what meditation does? I better go and, you know, study, learn meditation.
Yeah.
I think this is something which has been bothering a lot of people. Okay, before we get into that, I want to just mention that many of us are not even aware that what we are thinking is waste or negative.
Yeah.
So will meditation help with that?
Yeah, of course, meditation will help us to decrease the negative and waste thoughts. The reason is that when we meditate, our mind gets stability. Just when we see the ocean, the outer aspect of the ocean, there is continuously waxing and waning, right? But as we go deeper and deeper, there is calmness. In the same way, when we meditate, it may first happen that there we can observe the negative and waste thoughts. But as we practice, our thoughts slowly and gradually, they become slower and slower, and they will, at a time, the time will come that we will find out that what negative and waste was going on initially, now it has totally decreased a lot. And this negative and waste can be in any form. The negativities of myself, of others, the waste means the past thoughts, the present thoughts. The present thoughts are the good ones, but the future ones which we are anxious about or worried about, those will decrease gradually.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Donika, for being with us in our studio today. I think we had a very wonderful session today because we found out that meditation can help with psychosomatic disorders. And not only that, you have put light on a lot of misconceptions that people had about meditation. So as I mentioned earlier, this is a journey, And we look forward to your guidance for sure in the upcoming episodes. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you very much. Om Shanti.
Shanti. So friends, I hope you've enjoyed the show, because I know I did. But this is not all. We just have started, and there's a lot more to come. We're going to go deeper into the aspects of meditation. We're going to go deeper into the practices of meditation. And we are going to find out for ourselves how interesting meditation can be. And not only that, how beneficial it can be for my life. So we look forward to seeing you again. And hopefully you'll write back to us and let us know your thoughts and your feelings. Any questions, any concerns, definitely let us know. Thanks for watching.